and suddenly everybody wants to be a landlord. Hi, Tara Ryan here with Fairway Mortgage. Today's tip from Tara is about buyers who want to keep their current home as a rental and then buy a new home. So why is this happening? We're seeing more and more of this. I think it's because folks have homes at super low interest rates. So they might have a property locked in at 2.75, and yeah, they need a bigger home or they need to move to the other side of town. But they're thinking, gosh, this property could really cash flow because everything else has gone up. And as rents have gone up, you're finding folks who might have a mortgage payment of $1,100 and that property might rent for $2,000 or more. So buyers are seeing an opportunity, maybe more so than in times past. So how does this impact folks who want to buy a home? There are some cases where we can use that rent coming in from their prior residence to help them qualify for a mortgage. But the rules are pretty specific. Let me give you some tip of the iceberg about it. For conventional buyers, so they're using a conventional loan to buy their next home. In those cases, we need to get a copy of the lease. So it's not just potential rent. We need a copy of a signed lease, and it does need to be a long-term 12-month lease. So if your idea is to keep the home and Airbnb it, great. I just can't use that income to help you qualify for the next house. The only way I can do it is with a long-term lease, and then I can use 75% of that rent to help offset the mortgage payment. In some cases, if they have a history of being a landlord, we can even use it as extra income even beyond offsetting the mortgage payment, but with no prior mortgage history. We can only use it to offset it, make that payment as if it were zero. Okay, so for Fairway, we need a copy of the lease and then receipt of the first month's rent or a security deposit. So from a timing standpoint, that can be a little complicated, but the tenant doesn't have to have moved in. We just need the signed lease and that receipt of cash. Now, FHA is a little different, and this has impacted a couple of buyers recently. So I want you to know FHA has a higher hurdle. They do not allow you, and I'm talking about if you're using an FHA loan to purchase your new home. The requirements for FHA is they only allow you to use rental income from your departing primary residence if you've moved more than 100 miles. Okay, so if you're relocating in from another state and you want to keep your home in that other state as a rental, yes, we can use the rent in those cases. Very similar guidelines of needing the lease and the proof of receipt of either security deposit or rent. But if you're just moving around inside the city of Atlanta, I don't have a way to use that rent because you don't meet the 100-mile rule for FHA. So mortgage guidelines are complicated. That's what we're here for, to be a resource for you and your buyers. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to continue getting more of this type of content. And as always, we're here to help.